What's up, bitches? So, something you guys may not know about me is that I used to and probably still have no way in getting in contact with Taylor Swift. Also, I woke up to this note saying that they got someone named Jaleel doing subtitles now. Where he's at in relationship to me, I have no idea. And to be honest, I really don't care. I have it bad enough as it is, and God forbid they put someone in here with me named Jaleel. I've made too many black jokes, and with this skin tone, I'm only allowed so many. So I would appreciate it, Jaleel, if you would fuck off.
I know I'm not worthy of you.
I don't need someone doing subtitles. My videos aren't for Anne Frank. If someone wants to know what I'm saying in my videos, they could Beethoven my shit and listen to the vibrations. But anyway, have you guys seen the new Michael Jackson documentary, Leaving Neverland? If you haven't, let me just say that if you had any doubt that Michael Jackson was packing fudge with little boys, this documentary takes that doubt you had out back and prematurely puts it down with your uncle's musket. After watching it, you either have to be related to him or medically diagnosed with denial to not believe that the king of pop was popping little boys' cherries, giving them that good ol'. The details the two victims go into is wild, dude. I heard the words Michael Jackson, butthole, 7-year-old, and lick all used in the same sentence by a guy who wasn't joking. It's amazing to me to see that so many people are mad that this was released after he died. You would rather have this be released with him being alive? That's fucked up. Put yourself in what would be his position. People still consider you a predator based on your past, regardless of the trial outcomes. You've been through this situation twice, and you already live this weird lifestyle that a majority of people find odd. Now just imagine years go by and you're chilling off Beatles royalty checks, living like the king of pop should. Nobody's fucking with you, you're not fucking with no one. You're chillin'. Then all of a sudden you get a call from Tito. He's like, hey, HBO about to release that documentary of the two boys you allegedly touched, confirming the alleged touching. Now picture how overly dramatic people are nowadays, and they see the documentary. You really think they're going to treat you any different than R. Kelly or Bill Cosby? R. Kelly was acquitted just like Jackson, but now ever since that Surviving R. Kelly series came out, y'all over here laughing at memes of this grown man crying. You're really telling me that the same people who are saying, oh, this shouldn't have came out, would still be saying that if Michael Jackson was alive today? Or would he be getting that R. Kelly treatment?
This is not me. I'm fighting for my life.
Like, for reals though, is that how you feel towards all predators or just the ones who could dance and shoot lasers? Which brings me to this clip of the Joe Rogan Experience where he talks about how bad the documentary is, even though he's never watched it.
Uh-oh, retard alert!
Now me personally, I hate Joe Rogan, and it has nothing to do with him or anything he's done. Fear Factor? Loved it. His mixed martial arts color commentating skills? Loved it. He never had a black and white moment. Why I do hate him though is because I used to have this friend who every time I would hang out with him, he would make me watch these Joe Rogan videos. And it wasn't like his interviews or podcasts or anything like that. It'd be these weird videos like where Joe and another dude were talking shit about one another.
It is like caffeine. That's the main word. You don't even hear what you say from your own mouth. You don't hear what you say from your mouth. That's a cycle.
Until the video would just end with Joe like laughing at the camera as if he won the argument. And my friend would get mad at me for not finding that entertaining. So after like the 30th video, I said, fuck you and Joe Rogan. I'm out. Haven't talked to that fucker since.
Hanging out with his chimp, getting high, thinking about UFOs.
That doesn't mean I don't have legit reasons to dislike him though. Like when he said Ace Ventura is transphobic and questions if iTunes should remove it because of its offensive material. He does realize that South Park is still on TV, right? You know, the show that calls its gay characters faggots and has its white characters say nigger. You know, the one that's been going on for 20 plus seasons. But nah, Ace Ventura's transphobic, bro. How dare Ace do his job and save a dolphin from a transsexual criminal? How dare he point out that woman has a penis? That asshole.
She is suffering from the worst case of hemorrhoids I have ever seen!
Why not just be happy that they wrote a somewhat normal transgender role into their movie? I know the actress who played the part wasn't trans, but at least the character she played wasn't some overly dramatic representation played by a black guy they told to wear a dress and hold a purse. But anyway, let's get
Right into the news!
Yeah. I don't want to watch that Michael Jackson thing.
First of all, it's weird because
I'm
he's
on
not
the
alive.
fence.
He's not alive to defend himself, so
Correct.
it's weird.
How is that weird? What's weird is y'all wanting him to be alive to defend himself. There's nothing to defend when bro says, quote, he had his adult male penis in my 7-year-old mouth. What is he gonna say? Oh, I didn't put it all the way in, or like I didn't lick his entire asshole. I'm not a monster.
It's also stories, and people tell the truth in stories sometimes, and sometimes they don't, and you don't know. You don't know.
Why is he insinuating that the two boys and their families are lying? Trust, when you hear that Michael Jackson made a 10-year-old boy spread cheeks so he can finger himself in Neverland Ranch, it's over. You're done. I don't think anybody would want to go into that much detail about themselves unless they wanted the person they were telling to believe them.
No one knew why, with all the rumors that everybody had ever heard about Michael Jackson, that anybody would let their kids go and hang out with him. Like,
Dude, when you watch the documentary, you're like, these parents are fucking morons.
That's another thing. Everyone keeps calling the parents dumb, and to a certain degree, they are. But again, you gotta put yourself in their shoes. This world-famous, award-winning millionaire celebrity says that your kid is so talented, he's gonna fund everything to make this kid's dreams come true so that you're never in financial trouble again. And hey, you're now best friends with Michael Jackson. Y'all wanna see the moonwalk? For free? Don't tell me any of you would be like, no, it's okay, Michael. My son's fine with his mediocre life. He doesn't need it to be 1,000,000 times better than it already is. Like, you do realize he got close to these families, right? He gained their trust, essentially bribed them with gifts and luxurious trips, basically getting them to let their guard down so he could abuse their son. He didn't meet them and right away was like, me, you, Neverland, bedroom, you're getting fucked. Like, no, he took his sweet-ass perverted time. Motherfucker moved a whole-ass family from Australia to the US just for their son.
Two of the fathers have committed suicide since this happened.
Jesus Christ.
What is he talking about? Did he not watch the documentary also? Nobody killed themselves because of it. The two dads who killed themselves did so when all this was going down.
Wait, but we don't have any hard evidence that he was molesting kids, right? All we have is rumors.
Well, here's the thing.
And in court, he was acquitted.
What hard evidence do you want, you fucking weirdo? Did you want the documentary to show him beating off to the kids? There's dumb predators and there's smart ones. And Michael was a smart one. He ain't filming that shit. That's like adding insult to injury. And so what if he was acquitted? The only two people that had anything to do with that were the two boys, Wade and James. And like they said in the documentary, they were brainwashed. That's what predators do.
Here's the problem. The doctor, his very doctor, said that he was chemically castrated.
Talking about the guy who killed him.
How is that a problem? I mean, like, yeah, it's a problem in general, but that has nothing to do with this documentary at all.
One of the other weird things I saw that was like facts you should know from the documentary was that he had something to do with the sound in the room. The hallway leading up to his bedroom was wired so that footprints would make a ding-dong sound in the room.
That's another crazy thing, dude. I don't remember if it was Oprah or someone, but they were doing a walkthrough of the house, and like a cameraman or someone on the crew stepped on like a sensor or whatever in the kitchen or living room downstairs, and it set off an alarm in his room. I don't know how true that is, but that's crazy, dude. He had a whole high-tech fuck dungeon up in fucking Neverland. Peter Pan would be disgusted.
A very strange thing to just have in general for any purpose.
But if you grow up in the spotlight, because remember, he was such a big star, you might have some anxiety.
Right, maybe he didn't want anybody walking in on him naked or something.
Yeah, that's why you have a security system, so an intruder has no chance of seeing you naked.
Or you don't want anyone walking in while you're touching boys.
It could be that. Look, who the fuck knows?
We don't know.
We don't know.
Problem. However...
Come on, guys. We don't know that he was touching little boys. However, we do have the two boys that he was trying to penetrate telling us graphic detail about what was done to them. But we don't know.
What do you think, Jamie?
Am
I off?
No, I'm just saying some of the facts I remember. He spent like 30 straight nights with like a 12-year-old at his house, in between that kid's mom's house and his dad's house.
Joe Rogan's face is just like, oh shit, maybe this was a good idea that it came out after he died.
There's so much video. There's so much video of him and this little boy holding hands. And the boy in the video goes, yeah, we would hold hands and we had a signal. We'd rub each other's palms when we were thinking sexually about each other.
That's some next level shit if you think about it. Y'all were applauding this man while his fingers were interlocked with a child's, when in reality, they're tickling each other's palms wondering what Disney movie they're going to play in the background.
You got to chalk it up to the shitty parents. Because if John Legend came to my house, was like, dude, I love Tiger. You mind if I take him out for a little while? Like, are you out your goddamn mind?
If John Legend asked anyone to see their child, that would be their reaction. No one gives a fuck about no John Legend but you and 90% of women. And do you not see that you're only saying that because of this Michael Jackson thing? If he had never been accused of any of this and life just went on like normal, you would throw your baby at John Legend because you would never have that thought in the back of your mind saying, oh, this guy might harm my child sexually. You'd be taking pics and posting them on Instagram. John Legend just took my son on a couple's cruise for 2. Hashtag blessed.
John Legend's not a pedophile.
No, I'm
or
just
not known.
But they didn't know Michael Jackson was.
But everybody knew there was something up.
Not at the time.
So I don't know what side this dude who's been shot in the neck is on, but he does make some good points. I wasn't old enough in the 90s to know who Michael Jackson was, let alone that he hung out with kids. But I'm pretty sure that up until he got accused of doing shit, that's when people started putting 2 and 2 together. Otherwise, people just probably thought he liked hanging out with kids and doing charity work.
No, everybody knew something was weird.
Really? I didn't.
He was always
I
hanging around with
celebrated
kids.
Yeah, because he loved to
You
help
were younger.
kids.
You're younger than us.
We're the same age.
True.
Like same month almost.
And you knew something was up?
Yeah.
Jamie's more on the ball than you.
If you knew something was up, Jamie, why'd you keep quiet? You're an accessory to rape, buddy. You're under arrest.
It's too weird to let your kids hang out with this grown man all those times.
I think he was mentally ill. His dad robbed him of his childhood.
I think that's true,
So
too.
inside, he felt like he was 9 years old.
I think
As
that's
I'm saying
true,
out
too.
loud, it's batshit crazy.
Batshit crazy.
So do they believe he did it or just like to be amazed by facts? They're like, bro, that's fucking crazy. But it's just too weird. It can never happen.
I think all those things that you're saying are true. But I also think it's true that he was probably chemically castrated.
Why is he obsessed with the removal of young Michael Jackson's balls? They're over here talking about his allegations, and Joe's like, his balls though, dude.
I really think that's true because I've said that a long time ago. I said,
Yeah,
I think he's a
you've always said
castrato. The way his voice is, why, tell him that it's human nature.
headed.
It's just that voice is just not a man's voice.
He's acting like no man ever has a naturally high-pitched voice. We're just all born with the Coors Light guy's voice. Let's just say he was chemically castrated and we can go back in time to fix that. You really think Thriller would still sell millions if Michael sounded like Josh fucking Groban? But have no fear, the man who deep-throated a brick is here to ejac some facts all over Joe's bald head.
It's like a woman's voice.
If he's castrated, then he would have zero testosterone to molest kids.
Yeah, well, he might not have been doing it because he was horny. He might have been doing it because he was just weird.
Well, these kids said he was busting nuts.
I guess Joe's not all wrong. That technically is weird.
The kids in the video said like he would jack himself off in front of them.
Boy.
It'll make you sick to your stomach.
Every sound Joe makes is basically just whatever hope he had that this conversation would end with Michael didn't do it, leaving his body.
The woman that gave birth to his 2 kids said she never had sex with him.
Yeah, that's more likely. I don't know.
They don't even know what to say anymore. They're just like, fuck. We talked ourselves into believing he did it. But Joe's like, hold on. I do remember me saying something about his balls.
If you're chemically castrated, that means your body doesn't produce any testosterone anymore, but it doesn't mean that you can't shoot it into your body.
I'm gonna just skip past Joe's nut fetish talk.
There's a lesson to be learned there in so many different ways, but one of the big lessons to be learned is that you never want to be that famous.
Are you sure the big lesson to take away from this isn't don't molest kids? These guys like totally missed the whole point of the documentary. Are you serious? Not to be that famous? How about just being responsible and famous? A majority of celebrities already seem to be doing fine. Okay, yeah, they're not as famous as Michael Jackson was, but I doubt the lesson to take away from this is don't be that famous.
He's so weird.
Everything was weird, man. Everything was weird.
Don't you feel bad for him, though?
Oh, yeah, so weird.
You know how much he was worth?
I don't know.
$1.7 billion, they say.
You see, kids, with hard work and determination, you could boost your net worth to over $1 billion. But remember, you never want to be that famous.
Who knows? The guy's dead.
He can't defend
Have
himself.
some respect, Shab.
Here's the thing. Those 2 dudes who were doing it, one was the key witness when he got away.
First of all, you don't say someone got away with something unless they did the thing they got away with. And second, why do I have to show respect? He didn't.
What dudes?
The dudes in the documentary, the 2 are like, we got molested. The one was the #1 key witness who's saying he didn't get molested.
Okay, well
And
then
now-
he shouldn't be able to say anything.
This part pisses me off because dude actually seen the documentary and knows that the kids were brainwashed, but still like, they said he didn't do it. What the fuck, bro?
Both of them were witnesses.
'Cause that means
And
they
now
should go
they're
to
like-
jail.
And now they're like, well, no, that's not true. We were young, bitch. You were 20.
How old was he? He was in his 20s?
Yeah.
Bitch, you were 20. You should go to jail. How dare you let an older man sexually manipulate you when you were younger, and then when you get older, you realize that what he was doing to you and your body wasn't okay. Have you no decency? This is the king of pop, you little bitch.
Well, also, like, isn't that perjury? It means he lied in court?
Be fucked.
You can't lie in court either way, one way or the other. You can't lie to protect somebody, and you can't lie to accuse someone either. You can't lie.
I hate to break it to you, Joe, but people lie in court all the time, actually. Just because they say you can't doesn't stop people from doing it. If you have the right motivation behind something, you'll lie about anything, especially when an older man tells you that what he's doing to you is okay, and that if anyone else finds out, you both are going to jail forever.
I mean, that seems like that's something they could drag him to court for.
And the Jackson came out and went, well, isn't it convenient? You guys are coming out now when you're in financial trouble.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
What? I'm starting to think this guy didn't watch the documentary either. How in the fuck is Michael Jackson gonna call him out personally for financial trouble when dude came out in 2013 to say Michael Jackson abused him, but Michael Jackson died in 2009? How is that literally fucking possible when Michael Jackson would be fucking deceased at the time? These guys are just like every other Michael Jackson fan in denial. Just give it up, guys. He did it. In the mouth, in the butt, and if boys had a third hole, he'd probably do it in there too. But yeah, guys, that's it. I don't know about you, but I'm still blasting the way you make me feel like those boys were 18.
You're saying that you're acting like a little bitch. Yeah.